Alright, it's me, datgirldannie. My hairstyle this week is going to be Senegalese twist. I'm using jumbo braid hair. That is the Senegalese hair or the Senegalese hair, depending on how you pronounce it. And what I'm doing is I'm taking a medium-sized piece because I'm doing medium-sized twist, and I'm pulling the bottom so that the ends are somewhat frayed and they're not blunt. And I'm also taking some less jam, styling jam, and shout out to my husband in the background. Some less jam styling jam, and I'm just smoothing the root of my hair, and I'm splitting a medium-sized section of hair into two, and I'm doing the invisible root method. So here what I'm doing is I'm putting the hair at the root, and I'm taking each section of hair that I separated and I'm twisting them in the same direction, but I'm keeping them separated until I twist them maybe about 2 to 3 times on each side, and this helps keep it secure at the root. So once I twist it maybe 2 or 3 times, I keep them separated, so I have to hold them in this kind of weird way, and I keep them separated, and then once I twist them a good bit of time and I feel like that the roots are secure, then I begin twisting them in the opposite direction of what I started twisting them before. So first I twist them in the same direction, keeping them separated, then I join them together, twisting them in the opposite direction. Now while I'm twisting, it's a rope twist, so I'm not just, exchanging sides. What I'm doing is I'm rolling the twist and then I am swapping sides to make it a rope twist. And to keep the ends neat, I also use that same styling jam to keep my real hair from showing through. And this is how the ends look. You can see that they are frayed, they don't look blunt. And this is basically what the finished product looks like. And I'm going to let you know how I feel about it and how I seal the ends right now. Okay, so I am finished my Senegalese twist, my medium-sized Senegalese twist. It's a couple of things I would have did differently, and it would be definitely my parts. If you can see, my parts are rather large. I thought I wanted them large because I want a larger Senegalese twist, but I don't think I like the size. Is just too big. And as far as sealing the ends, this was kind of tricky for me. I looked at videos, they said to dip the ends in water, which I did do, but I noticed that the next day they were still unraveling. So this was my solution. I didn't see this on YouTube at all, but this was a quick solution. Nail glue. We would actually use nail glue, and but this is how that looks. This is how the end of it looks. Just like this. It's not dipped, that's why it still looks a little frayed, but this has nail glue on it, and if you can tell, the nail glue is right here. You can't see the nail glue, but when I tell you it's hard, like I can't even bend it. Look at that. You can kind of see how hard it is. It's hard, and this sucker will not budge. Now I can go and dip it so it can look smooth, but as far as sealing the end so it does not unravel, nail glue works the best. So if you have this type of hair, I don't know if it'll work on Marley hair or regular braid hair, but I know it works well on Senegalese hair, Senegalese hair, and Senegalese hair. People still use that. I don't know if people still use Senegalese, the pony hair. Alright, take care. Bye.